market for you guys tonight?
Well, I think it started, as Jordan said, with his energy level. Like, if you're gonna guard him, I mean, it's pretty obvious. When you look at the numbers, how many shots he's taken. He's their leading scorer, he's their leading shot taker, he's got the ball a lot. And they trust him as a freshman, and well, they should. He's a terrific player. You gotta bother him, you gotta be in his space. You gotta make him work, you gotta wear him down. And Ben runs really good action. And it's not easy to scheme. There are certain consistencies that you have to understand defensively. And it's, as Tyler pointed out, it's collective. Because, J-Bo was up in his space, J-Bo picked him up early. But there's down screen action, there's dribble handoff action, there's flex action. That's all coming on top of what they do in transition, which is a lot of ball screen action. And that gives him the space he needs to go to work. Well, we took that space away collectively and made him work. And, it's probably what other teams are gonna do moving forward. He'll get used to it and he'll adjust. It happened to him today. He's a smart player, he's a terrific player. He'll get it figured out.
What's it mean to see Tyler hit the 1,000 career point mark?
Well, I'm thrilled for him. You kind of heard him. He's like, on to the next 1,000. Let me see what I can do. It didn't really mean anything to him. And the great thing about, when you have a guy who's your best player, does he think that way? Is he a team guy? Does he put winning first? You look at his numbers tonight: 5 assists, 13 rebounds. The double team came early. They had not been doubling from the opposite post. They've been doubling off the passer in previous games. But he sees double teams a lot, and he handled it. There's no panic at all. They double him, he finds people, and he loves playing that way, and that just gets everybody else going.
Coach, I think it's his third double-double the last 4 games. He seems to be playing at a level of consistency where you almost expect that every game.
Well, yeah, I think Ricky's playing at a great pace. Last year he would get revved up and he'd go too fast and he'd turn it over a few times. He's not making those mistakes. He's really not. If he takes it off the glass and pushes it, he's jump stop kick for a 3. If he decides to go all the way, he goes at the right time. He doesn't go if there's no space. He doesn't panic in the double team at all. He makes good moves, makes good decisions. And his teammates love playing with him. And we can sort of run the offense through him.
Your half-court offense seemed really crisp and sharp in the first half. Is that what you saw?
It was, the key when you're playing a team that plays pack line defense is to get the ball moving side to side. If you come down and try to make one dribble move and score, or one post feed and score, you're not going to score against this team. They're too good. They're too locked in. They're in the gaps. They're physical. They're where they're supposed to be. So you got to move it, soften it with some screening, mix up your post feeds and your down screens and your curl cuts and your back cuts, and then drive it, and then feed it. So even when we weren't scoring, I felt like the offense is good because we're getting good shots.